is Dr. Tiffany Lamont. I don't even know my own name. This is Dr. Tiffany Lamont from Lamont Wellness, and I actually am walking on my favorite trail, but I decided to stop today because the last time I made one of these videos, it was pretty bouncy, so I don't want to make you guys all sick. But today is a pretty short video. I want to talk to you about a very specific quote from a man named Michael Pollan, and the quote is the following: "Eat real food, mostly plants, not too much." And I know that sounds so simple, and it sounds like I'm, trying to mock you or being a little bit condescending, but I'm really not. What I want to emphasize here is that this is really super common sense, and I get asked these questions every single day from patients. What do I need to eat to lose weight? What do I need to eat to be healthy? What do I need to eat to increase my performance? And if I could summarize everything that I teach people day in and day out into 3 sentences, that would be what I would say. Eat real food. So number 1, stop telling yourself that that food that you eat all the time that has a shelf life longer than your shelf life is good for you, because it's not. Doesn't mean you can never eat those things, but it should be very rare. Eat food that is real, that spoils. Food is supposed to spoil. The only food that's exception that's real is honey. Honey doesn't spoil, if you didn't know that. It's a little tip. The second thing is mostly plants. If you are eating a healthy diet, most of them should be plants. And I constantly get questions about, are carbohydrates bad for you? Because that's the big bad villain at this current time. 15 years ago it was fat was the villain, and it's going to change again. But the bottom line is plants are good for you. Unless you have an allergic reaction or a sensitivity to an individual food, plants are generally good for you. I'm not hating on all animal-based protein products. I do eat some myself. I try not to eat too much of them, and that's what I would recommend for you. If you're going to eat animal-based proteins and sources, try to eat smaller portions of a higher quality. So I would like to see you eat a 3-ounce filet mignon from a local farmer whose cows are happy and ranging around free and eating grass, than eating a T-bone steak from some crappy restaurant that's the size of your butt cheek, and then wondering why you are, you're sluggish, or you have, heart disease or whatever else. That said, there are plenty of people that can thrive with animal-based proteins and other people that can thrive on a vegan diet and everything in between, as long as most of the food is real. And then the third one is not too much. Oh my goodness, America, we're so extreme, aren't we? We tend to do everything in the all or nothing category. So oftentimes when patients come to me that have struggled generally their entire lives with their weight, one of the things that they've really lost touch with is the ability to tune into true satiety and true hunger. So on a scale of 0 to 10, 0 being I'm so hungry that I feel like I'm faint, I might pass out, I feel really ill, to 10 is I'm so full and so uncomfortable that I might get sick or vomit. We tend to fluctuate back and forth between these extremes, as opposed to tuning in when you're actually truly hungry, and before you become so famished that you're going to eat anything in sight. So, around a 3, it's probably time to eat something. On the reverse of that, around a 6 or a 7, it's probably time to stop, rather than going to the point where you feel like you're going to be sick. And we lose touch with that because of the manner in which we eat, the types of foods that we eat. But that's just a good simple rule of thumb. Also, we eat so quickly that we are finishing our food, and there's 20 minutes before you really feel the full effect of that. And then by the time you feel the full effect of it, you're so full and so uncomfortable. And the same thing, we get so busy in our lives with the hunger that we ignore. We're like, oh, I got to do something else, And by the time you stop and eat, you're so hungry that you would eat anything that was put in front of you. And you're generally looking for something that's quick energy, which is going to be candy or sweets. So as I start back on my walk on this beautiful trail, and you're going to see a little video coming up of this deer that I saw that was just beautiful, I would tell you first, as always, this is for education and entertainment purposes only, and is not meant to be a substitute for appropriate medical advice. Hey, little buddy. Hi, are you going to come toward me? Oh my gosh. You got little horns coming. Holy cow, he's so close to me. He's like 10 feet away. Is he gonna come closer? What happens if I go closer to him? Oh, you're cute. He's hungry. He's getting suspicious of my behavior. Hi, little guy. Yeah, well, he's beautiful. Oh, I think he's had enough of me. I'll leave him alone.